basically,
I
like
got you.
like I said, I appreciate you for taking this call. I'm chilling with the hard body guide. I call myself the melanated god, Mr.
No
Kubwa
doubt, no doubt.
Piganaju Mungu. So just to kick the stuff off, like I know you from New York, right?
Yes, born, raised, and reside.
Okay, cool, cool. So I start off this with all my interviews. I just want to ask you, hard body guide, what influenced you to live, a plant-based lifestyle?
All right. First and foremost, I give the proper respect and love to my elder goddess, which is my mother.
Okay.
Um, my mother raised me in a consciously aware environment. Like I was raised to be pro-black. I was raised as a black Muslim, and
Okay.
like that's going under the 5% in the Nation of Islam, and all the other aspects that we have that we consider ancient.
Okay.
So when it comes to that, I was raised not eating particular junk foods and more with fruits and vegetables more into my diet more than anything. And also me being raised as a Muslim, my particular meats that I used to eat, it wasn't processed. It wasn't coming from the regular your supermarkets and things like that. So my diet always on a kind of fair path. So I have to thank my mother most definitely for doing so for me. But
Okay.
as I got older, you go into your paths of elevation and also experiences. So me, never ate pork in my life. Again, that's from my background. But you see beef, you see chicken, fish, whatever. And and I was cool with it, but until I started questioning things a lot more. So I was like, why we're supposed to be eating this, or why do I eat this? Why do I feel this way? Like us as black people, we call it the itis. Why
Right.
do we feel this way? If food is supposed to be energy, why do we feel like we need to go to sleep right after a meal?
Right.
So I've been doing plenty of research, and once I found out like beef was was the same density as human flesh, and if you eat a burger on Monday, your body won't mostly digest that beef until next Monday, and the rest of the unprocessed beef in your system stays in your body within 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
So when I learned that, I was like, oh hell no. I was like, no, 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 no. I can't eat this shit no more. I was like, this is not healthy for me. So I started to switch up and started to do more and more research. The more that I did research, the more I started to eat better. And a lot of people have to have the understanding that when you start to eat better, you start to think better. You start moving better. You start sleeping better. And I tell people, you're not in the bathroom for 10 to 15 minutes try to move your bowels.
Right.
You in there and out. You good.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
you in there and you out. And also a lot of people don't know when it comes to eating animals. It comes with the very, very cautious things that's called parasites. Parasites, bugs within your food. Also, feces that's in your food. It's like this. You don't want to be digesting that. And also, when it comes to black people, our diet is one of the main reasons why we're still ensnared in what you consider this brainwash, this post-traumatic slave syndrome. A lot of people deals with the trauma of the assault, rape, murder, and all, but they won't actually bring up the actual assault and abuse of the food that we ate.
Yes.
So this is another reason why, because a lot of people say, oh well, diabetes is in my family, it's in my blood. No, it's not. A habit is a habit is what is within your mentality. You're not born to be sick. You're not. You're not born to be sick. Not at all. you're actually being conditioned to have this mindset. You're conditioned to have this mindset because if you see mom, pop, or grandma or grandfather eating this and drinking this, guess what? You're going to follow through because that's what's there to offer.
Like learned behavior, basically.
Exactly. What is it? What is it? It's the conditioning. It's the conditioning factor of how you eat. Like I said, it's a habit. Bad habits causes bad effects to your body.
Right.
So continue on. When you start to eat better, people be like this. Oh man, is that true? You start losing taste for things. Like, oh man, I used to love this, but when you start eating the right things, the wrong things that you used to eat, when you try to have it, you start losing the taste for it, or your body reacts to it so bad that you don't even want it no more.
You know
I
what?
remember.
Just not to cut in, but like to
No.
piggyback on what you saying, brother, that's so true because I remember like once I started living a plant based lifestyle, it was certain like preservatives and certain junk food I was so used to eating. It's like my body was so fucked up. I didn't even
Hmm.
realize the effects of it until I stopped eating it. Cause like you eat Doritos like for years or whatever, and then you
Hmm.
have one Dorito
Hmm.
one day, you feel like you about to damn near die.
Die. Exactly. Because your body is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Nah, stop, stop, stop. It's like your whole body goes, stop. What
Uh
is
huh.
this? And I remember like before I became plant based. I remember I was like this. Okay, I'm doing good on my diet. You know what? I'm gonna have me a big ass piece of brownie. Like I was like this. Yeah, you know what? I earned it. When I tell you, brother, I ate that brownie and I was sick for the rest of the night. I was sick for the rest of the night. I was sick. Like my stomach was in knots, like
Wow.
bad knots. And I was like this. Oh my! I said never again. I said never again. That made me realize that I was like this. I'm not supposed to be eating this stuff. So the more and more you go into it, I tell people like you start to figure out that when you're consuming animals, you're not only eating the flesh of the animal, it's blood. I say all the tendons and all the muscles. I say, guess what the muscles are made out of? Blood.
Wow.
No matter how much you cook it, even if it's like fully cooked, it's still muscle. And what does the muscle consist? Like, what is the muscles made out of? Blood, blood and tissue. So
Oh
you're
wow.
still eating blood and tissue.
Yeah, that's pretty deep right there, and it's not
Yeah.
nowhere near delicious.
Word, and I tell people that like because you know why? You can't say, "Oh, brother, brother Hardbody, you wrong." No, I'm not. Look it up. What are muscles made out of? Tell me. They're gonna be like this: tissue and blood. So what's the difference between it being uncooked and fully cooked? There's no difference. No difference none whatsoever. You're still eating flesh.
Absolutely.
So that's my thing. That's how I transition. I start losing taste for animals.
Okay.
I start losing the taste for it because, like I said before, once you start eating better, you start thinking better, and you start questioning things more.
Yes, indeed. So basically, the last three people I've interviewed, I asked them a follow-up question after that. Since you
Hmm.
didn't really allude to it, I'm gonna ask you this. Basically, from your upbringing, since you said you were basically raised as a Muslim and you already adopted certain eating habits anyway. So
Yes.
the whole notion of eating a plant-based, diet or living a plant-based lifestyle, was it more so for health and wellness, or did any inkling in your mindset tell you, okay, I'm going to do this to be ethical for the animals?
See, that's my thing. When it comes to the animal kingdom, see, a lot of people have to have the understanding that. animals are going to perish, like whether or not because you have vegans that are out here thinking that animals are just going to be saved and not thinking about the actual food chain that happens. So animals are going to perish regardless if we don't eat them, if we do eat them or not. But it is an actual background for giving the respect for nature, because us, as you melanated, I want to say that again, you melanated brothers and sisters, that we connect with nature. We are nature. This is our background, because that is the strongest thing, but also the weakest. But also what makes us the weakest is our sympathy, empathy, and harmony for life. So that also goes for human life, environmental life, and animal life. Any particular life on this planet, we give love, respect, and appreciation to.
Most definitely, most definitely.
You dig? You dig what I'm saying? So it falls on the categories of both, because once you start showing your appreciation to nature, nature will give you its resources, its quote unquote blessings. This is why I tell people, because people be like, oh, well, our ancestors are crazy because they worship the waters and the trees. Whoa, 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 hold on, Playboy. Hold on. So you mean to tell me that this tree that is plentiful with fruits and vegetation, you telling me I'm not supposed to give no appreciation to this tree for holding it down for me? Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Exactly. And not just the fruits and vegetation, but the fact it's giving off oxygen, is the fact
Oxygen
that
and all.
it's
Yeah,
taking away carbon dioxide out there. Anything like, man,
word. It's like this. Of course I'm going to get, what the, and you got the nerve to say some of our ancestors was crazy. No, 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 no. You are the one that is crazy because you have that crazy mentality. You have that white mentality. You have that. You have that poor. You have that Caucasoid mindset.
most definitely. You know what?
You,
Just another thing you just said, basically about like just showing that love for the environment the right way. I interviewed the vegan Power Ranger, Kay the vegan Power Ranger last month,
yes,
and she gave you some shout outs too. And basically she was talking about how like respecting the circle of life, what I'm saying? Really, because you don't necessarily have to be opening every cage or, giving away all your leather
no doubt,
shoes or stuff like that. But
no
it's
doubt,
it's a
no doubt.
certain appreciation when living the plant-based life that you give to basically nature anyway.
She's right.
Uh-huh.
She's right and exact on that. That's why I told you in the beginning, like, animals are going to lose their lives regardless. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that is the animal, that is the quote unquote animal kingdom. That is the circle of life. Now, when you start showing appreciation for the environment and nature, it's going to have its benefits. I want people to look this up. Whoever is listening, or they're going to read this. There was an experiment that was done. I think you probably heard of this before. You put you put you put two glasses. You put two glasses. You fill them both up with water, and you have one label of saying positive, positive messages and negative messages. You put so much positive messages into this one particular glass of water, and the other you put all your negativity into it. Do you realize that the one, the one that you label off negative, it devalues and the nutritional stages of what water is supposed to do for you. This is actual fact. I want people to actually look this up. When you start giving positive thoughts, positive message to the actual environment, to actual resources, the actual things that keeps you going, it's going to give it back and then some.
I agree with that, definitely. It's all about the energy put out. Like, and kind of like, on that same note with the same thing about the I guess ethical vegans, quote unquote. What is your take on black people that take that, I call it European route, the whole route of, oh, we're living this lifestyle specifically for the animals. So we can eat Oreos, we can drink Kool-Aid, we can have all this consume all of these things that don't have animals in them, but they're vegan. What do you say to black people that want to stand there on the lines basically with the white people saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan. I'm living it for the animals." What's your take on those black folks?
Now, see, now, oh, boy. Now, see, that's some bullshit there. You understand what I'm saying? That's some bullshit there because you know why? And hey, it's funny that you brung up the goddess, the vegan Power Ranger,
Uh-huh.
because we spoke on this, and I believe she posted a, a a chart of how many different types of vegans that are out there. You got people that are considered like they're considered themselves vegans, but they eat eggs.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's like this. You like there's a lot of faking the funk. There's a I want to be attached. Like you're so attached to to these particular ways that you try to maneuver it to be this. Okay, this is this is this is technically vegan. No, it's still destroying your body. You drink what is it? You drinking that Red 40? Guess what? Guess what Red 40 is made out of? Crushed up beetles. You
Ugh.
drinking that shit? Come on, dude. Blue 40 or like Blue 14 and all that crazy shit. Do you know that if it stains your shirt, it's forever on your shirt?
Yeah. So imagine what's
So,
doing inside.
well, exactly. So don't give me that. Oh well, we eat Oreos, but it's not made out of animals, so it's still vegan. No, bullshit, bullshit. And come to find out, the majority of the snacks that you consider is vegan because it's not made out of animals. Guess what? It's made out of animals. I just told you the reason how you got that Red 40 is made out of bugs.
Mm.
So don't
Yeah.
give me that shit. Like, so don't give me that shit. Come on, dude.
Yes.
Come on. Now, oh, go ahead. My fault. My
No, I was
fault.
gonna say it's like a ball of confusion. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people like a lot of black people I've spoken to, they say I don't understand how you doing it. Like you doing so well. You've been consistent. You're not tempted. You're not this. Like, well, like you said earlier. I mean, I don't really crave the taste of those things. Not to mention, once you do the research and learn what it's doing to your body, and then once you actually feel the difference in your body, it's nothing to miss. It's like, it's kind of like getting your ass beat every day, and then once you decide to stand up for yourself, you don't get the ass beat. You're not gonna miss the ass beatings. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be
Word, you
happy you're
probably
not getting them no more.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Word. But yeah, just going into it, it's like this. Come on now. Now, I will say this. Everybody, you can have your snacks, but make sure that your snacks is plant based or vegan based. Like for example, and I tell people this because again, I keep it 100. Like me, I fucking love ice cream. Oh my
Okay.
god, I was like, oh man, I love fucking ice cream. I was like, this damn. If I'm gonna switch my lifestyle, how the fuck am I gonna give up ice cream? Like in my mind, I was like, fuck, like how was? You know what I did? You know what I did? I bought me an ice cream maker. I make my own shit.
Oh wow.
Give me some nice coconut milk. Give me some nice coconut milk. Chop up my fruits. Chop up my dates. Let that shit turn. Put put some agave nectar into it. Or me, when the season's right, I go to my Jamaican spot. My rosters, they hold me down with a bushel of sugar cane. And I squeeze the shit out of those sugar cane. Put the juice in there. And I got my ice cream.
Oh, you all set, man.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, like come. It's like this because I know everybody has their like, damn, like I'm weak to this shit. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? But what are you willing to do to have that weakness be your advantage? Because we gotta all have the understanding that our imperfections are our perfections. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
We're all in a state of seven. The number seven is the universal number of perfection. We're all in a state of seven. But what are you willing to do to better yourself? That's the thing. People be like this, oh yeah, I'm I'm trying to be I'm trying to be my best. No, 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 no. Be better than your best. Be
Exactly.
better than your best. Because when you're the best, you already limit yourself. You're done. It's over. You already reached your zenith.
Yeah,
Be better than your best. Be better.
makes a lot of sense. Okay, so basically,
Mhm.
on the same token of basically the black quote unquote vegans that's doing it for animal rights,
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
only gripe with that, because like I said, I'm not necessarily the type of person that's gonna say, oh, I'm standing with PETA for the slaughterhouses to be shut down and
Oh,
yada
man.
yada yada.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
not, I'm
Go
not,
ahead.
I'm not standing with PETA for the slaughterhouse to be shut down, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go to a barn and kill a bunch of chickens to have me some hot wings, but at the same time, just my skin color alone is something to fight for, so that's why I'm saying, like, those black vegans that's standing with their fists held high for the little kittens and stuff, yet we got Corinne Gaines, RIP, that just got killed in her apartment. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's like,
Mhm.
that shit ain't our fight.
And that was a strong goddess. And we, me and her, we was friends with each other on IG, and she was a beautiful spirit.
Yes,
And
indeed.
and it's like, oh man, that's why I posted what I posted. It's like this. You got a lot of these motherfuckers claiming that they're revolutionary, but finding an excuse for these fucking pigs to shoot her down. Not only shoot her down, but her son as well.
Exactly. 5-year old kid, man.
So that's my thing. It's like this. You motherfuckers y'all are in your cotton picking ass mind. Because if you was out your cotton picking ass minds, then we can go somewhere.
Exactly.
See now that's my thing. It's like this. Stand up for your essence. Fuck fuck Peter. What has Peter done for black people? What has Peter done for black people? I wanna hear this shit.
Not a goddamn thing.
Exactly. What did Peter do for you? No, actually do it for your essence. The more and more like that's the funniest thing. A good friend of mine, his name is Victor. And he did a travel out to Mexico. And like, he went to the tribal grounds, the ancient grounds. And the tour guide was explaining that when it came to the people, when it came to indigenous people here, their whole diet was vegetation. They wasn't eating meat.
So basically,
So,
the indigenous
so
people of Mexico.
exactly, the
Okay.
indigenous people of Mexico, they wasn't eating meat. So when you continue to go back into your essence as being a black person, you find out the more years you go back, the more fruits and vegetables was on our plate rather than big slabs of meat and shit. You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
So you do that for your ancestors. You do that for your own spirit. Fuck Peter. Peter is a white owned company that can get they will actually donate $1 million fucking dollars to the police officers and the fucking political party that is crippling us as a people, but damn near will fucking lose their lives if a fucking pigeon lose a toe.
Wow.
So don't give me that. So when it comes to those brothers and sisters, those confused brothers and sisters, you need to do more research.
Most definitely.
you you need to do more research. That's my stance on it.
Most definitely. And like, one thing, the reason that I, was more compelled to kind of like have this discussion with you, because I see, like, you use your platform, like, because you got a large following, a pretty large following on IG, and you use your following to educate the people. You know what I'm saying? There's too many comfortable slaves out here. Like, I know of two black quote unquote vegans in particular. One is Tory Washington, the other one is called the Badass Vegan. And to me, they're nothing but tokens for white supremacy because they keep pushing the whole message of, oh yeah, what about this animal? Okay, don't wear leather, do this. But it's almost like you got the voice,
but
not
won't speak out.
exactly.
But won't speak out. See, that's my whole shit. It's like this. You talk that good game, but when it comes when shit hits the fan, because when shit hits the fan, you're not saying anything. Now I have the understanding that if you are a brand, you are a business, then most definitely you are going to encounter plenty other races. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like this. This is my brand. This is my business. But make these motherfuckers know to be like this. Listen, even though my brand is for the public, just know where my morality stands, where my moral stands. It's
Right.
for my brothers and sisters forever. You understand what I'm saying? But no, you won't say that shit because people to say be like this. Well, hard body, like if you're doing these particular things, would would it affect you? Would it affect you if other people, buy from you or contribute into you? No, I won't feel a goddamn way because you know why? They're supposed to. They're supposed to, and then some. You understand what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
no, you're not going to have a percentage of what I'm running because again, if we're supposed to be black owned, if we're supposed to be self sufficient, then you as another race can respect the fact that damn, you know what? This 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 brother or this sister wants their families that wants the reflections of them to flourish, like how my race is actually flourishing and developing. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes,
See,
indeed.
a
Like,
lot. Oh, go ahead.
oh,
Go
no, I was
ahead.
gonna say that I agree with you wholeheartedly. And another thing I want to say is, the fact that we have that mindset of wanting our families to flourish scares them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they try to make it sound like it's so bad when we do it.
Yeah, it scares them because they know where they get their blueprints from. They know where they get their blueprints from because the moment that they see that oh shit, they're actually starting to invest in themselves. Oh, that's racist.
Mm,
How can you say that you just want black people to work for you? You don't say that shit when you go into a Chinese food restaurant. You don't
man,
say that shit when you go into a bodega. You don't say that shit when you go to a halal spot. You don't say that shit. You don't be like, well, why no black people are in here?
right.
No, you don't say that. You look at it and be like this. Oh, this is a halal spot. It's going to be ran by Arabs. Oh, this is a Chinese spot. It's going to be run by Chinese people. Oh, black person spot. Well, why you can't hire that white boy down the no? Like, what are you talking about? Your question, like, when it comes to us, now it's all the question. Oh well, what about affirmative action? And there's plenty of fucking companies that are out there that is ran by their own.
Yep.
That is ran by their own. So don't give me that nonsense. And also look at the people who are suffering the most.
Exactly.
And me, I'll be damned if I'm still in the struggle. I don't give a fuck how much money I get. I'm still in the struggle just because of my genetics and my skin tone. Of course, I'm going to go with my brothers and sisters first and only. Of course.
Yeah, they don't understand. Like,
Like,
it's real refreshing to have this kind of progressive conversation with other men because, like I said, the last three people I interviewed with women, it's like, a lot of guys they talk it, but they not about it. You know what I mean? Because like, a a lot of these dudes want money just to give it right back to white people. They want to get the nice little European card, European shirt.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know,
like this. It's like this. Listen here, dude. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. How can I say? Treating yourself because you earned it.
right,
But rather than like treating yourself, have something click in your mind like, yo, with all this money that I just earned, you know what? Let me invest. Let me invest on how to make engines, how to make a particular railroad, how to make this particular mechanic, so we can actually start making a car that is black owned,
man.
or making a railroad system that is black owned.
Yes,
You dig what I'm saying? It's like this. Of course, it's like this. Of course, we live in a structural system. Of course, that you know what, regardless of what we're buying, of course, it's feeding into them because you know why? We do not have an economic structure. We
right.
don't. We are disenfranchised. So no doubt. But if you're becoming successful, if you're becoming successful, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself so you become self sufficient and have other brothers and sisters to become self sufficient.
Most definitely. Like, a thing about that, I learned actually because I was actually speaking to this owner of a black owned gas station, and he was just
Hmm.
advising me that he's like, back in the 70s, the majority of the gas stations around here were black owned. But the thing
Yes.
is, a lot of these black people got scared controlling their own money. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like they scared to
Hmm.
control their own money. It's like, and he was just telling me like, this actually piqued my interest. It doesn't even cost them much to open a gas station. You talking about less money to open a gas station than to open a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Exactly.
a lot of people don't even understand it or know that. And that's for the people that feel, okay, maybe I can't make my own car. Maybe I can't have my own railroad. You can open a damn gas station though. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that'll
Exactly.
be paying you for the rest of your life, for the rest of your kids' lives. Like y'all be straight. But
Exactly.
it's too much info for some people.
It's like no, because you know what? We're uneducated on how to become self sufficient. See now, that's my thing. It's like I tell brothers and sisters, I'll be like this. Listen, you spend. Let me see. An average month for a black person, you get paid every week or every 2 weeks. Every like the usual. Every 2 weeks, you go shopping. You buy at least 2 to 4 pairs of shoes. And those 2 to 4 pair, one of them are at least $150.
Yep.
So let me see. That's 300, 600. But that $600, you can actually invest. You can actually invest in a couple of. You can actually invest in a couple of things. Now, all companies that are black owned. See, a lot of people we are unaware of actual black owned companies that we can invest in stocks in.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how I look at things. That's how people be like this. Well, brother, how you move like this? This is how I move because I take the simplistic things and be like this. This is how they flourish because black people we think that, oh, this shit is so complex. No, this shit is simple. This shit is simple as hell.
Yeah.
Because they be like this. How white people do it? It's simple how they. It's like it's very simplistic. They didn't earn shit, of course. They
Right.
didn't earn a goddamn thing. But I know how they're keeping it perpetual. It's simple. The more you invest in yourself and your quote unquote community, guess what? You start seeing ventures that's going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Because regardless of what white people say, no matter how desensitized we are, no matter how brainwashed we are, they're still afraid of us. They're still afraid of us. They still fear us.
Yep.
So just think our land that we invest in starts to grow and starts going into their territory. and we're having enough money to buy up some of their territories. White people don't want to be around the majority, a majority that is black people. Guess what? They start leaving those particular environments, and guess what? The land starts to become more financially available
Yeah.
because now we're buying up this land. We're buying up this property. This is how it works. This is how they do it. Why do you think they hit? Why do you think they produced the crack epidemic? Because they knew for a fact that in the late '70s, early '80s, the majority of the communities, that was majority black and Latino, it was black owned businesses.
Oh
They were
yeah.
they were black owned. Or when it came to property and houses and brownstones, they were black owned. They were black owned. Now you have white people that bought the brownstones because of all the heinous shit that they inflicted upon the environment. Now you have white people buying brownstones for 100K, for $100,000. They flip that and say, "Listen, if you want this brownstone, you gotta give me $2 million."
Wow. You know what I'm saying? That's like that's not something that you need a Harvard degree to know. It's just you have to be
No, it's
had that third
simple.
eye open to see.
Word, it's simple. It's simple. It's supply and demand.
Uh-huh.
Any business, any person that deals with business, any people that deals with business or are expert in business, they'll tell you it all goes down to supply and demand. That's why a lot of our entertainers, a lot of our black entertainers got fucked over the years because they didn't understand the supply and demand. We have the resource because we are the resource,
Right.
but we sell ourselves so short because we've been conditioned to do so. We've been literally whores and prostitutes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Selling ourselves short, not knowing that the supply and demand factor is like this. Hold on, motherfucker. Why am I going through you when
Man.
I can do this shit myself?
You know what? It's a perfect example of that. Like with entertainers, I think because I think about all of these artists, that
Mhm.
got
Mhm.
themselves popping in the street first. You
Mhm.
had a hot radio, I mean, hot street single. You was selling all these mixtapes out your trunk or whatever, and then that one white record executive saw you, and then you
Mhm.
shook and jived for
Mhm.
them. Next thing you signed the contract, and then you shelved.
Mhm.
So it's like
Mhm.
just for the fame, serious? That's all you did it for? Like,
Mhm.
but you're right about that. They basically been prostituting you since slavery, really. So that shit never
Wo-
ended.
Word. You see, we. That's why I say it's very important to go back into facts, into history, excuse me, our origins. Because you know why? If you wanted to deal with us, if you wanted to do business with us, you had to pay top dollar. Any particular history book, anything that you want to read about Mansa Musa, anything. When it came to business ordeals, motherfuckers had to pay top dollar. If you're not paying top dollar, then step off. That's it. Because as we're self sufficient, you're the one that's begging us just to give you our product. But no, we sell ourselves short because you know why? It's unfortunate, but it's reality. A nigga loves a label. A
Yeah.
nigga loves a label. You understand what I'm saying? A nigga loves a label. Like that's right and exact. A nigga loves a label. This is where you get the overseers. Like the overseers wasn't wasn't above level slaves. They were still living in those infested rat and rat insect infested shacks and all that. No, but if you gave him a label, you see the whole reality change.
Oh, my brother, you see that at these damn jobs.
Exactly,
Somebody could be the
exactly.
supervisor of the staplers and they lose their goddamn mind. Like, man.
See, like this, like it's like this. Good grief, it's like this. Listen, employee. a supervisor, a manager, they can say, yo, you know what, hard body, you are the supervisor, yeah, but we're not changing your pay though. You're just going to have more hours. It's like this. Well, like how am I supposed to how am I supposed to feel as if it's a step up? Y'all motherfuckers didn't even change my pay.
Mm.
But yet and still you have the average person, the average black person, because the majority of us are, mentally ensnared, be like this. Oh, well, fuck that. I'm man. Because a nigga loves a title. A
Hmm.
nigga loves a title. They love a label. That's why you see all these brothers and sisters walking around with nothing but labels on them.
Wow.
But again, don't even know how to invest in themselves.
Yeah, and it's like, one thing I can appreciate is the entrepreneur spirit when I come in contact with certain progressive minded black folks, because it's like, even if you don't have a Fortune 500 company or whatever, even if you work a regular job, if you selling cake out your trunk or hair bundles out your house or cutting hair on the side, anything that you own, I got to take my hat
Word,
off to that. You know what I'm saying? Because
word.
it's too much. It's too much people that's comfortable just somebody telling you, "Oh, this when you gonna eat when you get paid. This when you gonna be able to pay your rent when you get paid." Like, no, you gotta be able to do that yourself,
Exactly.
man. But my next question to you is this because I see that you sell your own T-shirts, correct?
Huh? Yeah. I
Oh,
sell my own clothing, and also I train people from time to time.
okay, cool, cool. So what is and I probably know the answer already, but just for the listeners, what is how important to you is it to be a black business owner?
So important. It's I say it's one of the prominent keys that we need to actually be truly liberated. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That is one of the keys. I tell people, I said this earlier. It's like this. I said this earlier. Like, what are you doing to invest in yourself? What are you doing to invest in yourself? Because I tell brothers and sisters, hey, look, ain't nothing wrong having a 9 to 5. Listen, we're disenfranchised like a motherfucker. So of course we gotta start from the fucking dirt up. We gotta start from the dirt up. Okay, I understand you have a 9 to 5, but what are you doing with that 9 to 5 to invest in yourself? You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to invest in yourself? Because I'll be damned if I waste all my years building another motherfucker's empire that doesn't give a shit about me.
Right.
I'll be damned. And also it gives you that particular freedom to be on some, like, you know what? I can actually move how I'm, because this is my product. This is my shit. Like,
Exactly.
this is my shit. It's like this. You can't tell me that I can't like this particular imagery on the shirt. This is my shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I made this. This is my own individual shit. And it feels good. It feels good to be like this. You know what? I'm a black man that a piece has a piece of self sufficiency, and I'm working towards it being my lifestyle overall.
Yes, indeed. So, basically, like as far as the entrepreneurial piece goes and business ownership piece goes, what would be your advice to someone else, basically looking from the outside looking in? You got these brothers and sisters that's working these 9 to 5s, and they ask themselves, "What can I do?" I don't necessarily know what I can do. I don't want to be the black soap seller or the T-shirt maker or the jewelry maker. Like,
What
what can I
you
do? What do you tell them?
man, man? Listen, do the numbers. I want people to do. Yo, I used to. You know what? I used to think that way. Be like
Right.
this, like, oh, these motherfuckers are just selling soap. Like, how much money you think they're gonna get? Man, do you understand how much money? people make just for doing their hustle off the street, those motherfuckers come up.
Yes, indeed.
They come up. He's I know a vendor. I know a few vendors that fucking living better than me. I'm like shit. Like shit. Like it was like this, yeah, come through. Like I come to that house, man, the house be laced. I'm like, oh man. Like this, yeah, man, just working hard, just doing what I need to. So to my brothers and sisters, you telling me you can't sell a bottle of water? You telling me you can't sell a cup of ice? You can do that. As much money you put in these fucking companies that don't give a shit about you. Listen, you better go to a wholesale place, get you some bananas, get you some fruits, and go through the hood and be like this, yo, 25 cent an apple, 25 cent an apple, you know, 25 cent an apple. How many for the bananas? 50 cent a banana. 50, by the end of the fucking day, you came up 500 $500 on a rack.
Man. And that's some realistic thinking too, because I know like when I go to my day job in the morning, it's usually this black fruit vendor, and I patronize him a couple of times, and you know he make bread doing that. He do it on a regular basis
Mm-hmm.
because like a lot of times people forget about the convenience and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
these other groups understand that. So that's why you got newsstands with Arab people inside of them. That's why you got little corner stores with Asians working inside of
Mm-hmm.
them. But black people be
Mm-hmm.
feeling like sometimes they too big to do the convenience stuff. We spend our money on the convenience stuff. How about we make money off the convenience stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
that's a good
Exactly.
analogy because the reason why I asked you that is because I started a small little business on the side doing notary services, basically doing notary fingerprint type services, things of that nature.
Oh man, that's dope.
Yeah. And
That's
people were
dope.
asking me, yeah, because I actually learned about it from another brother that actually offered a school to teach people how to do it. But and he's from New York too, actually. But a lot of people were asking me, how you gonna make money doing that? Don't nobody need a notary? And different people, random people were telling me, oh, nobody uses a notary.
Man.
You got the currency exchange, yada yada yada. I make $50 a signature. So it's like,
Word. So how you
don't
see?
tell me
No.
ain't no money or something.
Again. We as black people, we are uneducated about how to deal with economics.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
that's why because people who are listening in, oh, you can't make $500 just selling on fruit. I challenge. I put that to the challenge. Go to a wholesale pr- produce place and get yourself some fruits and like just a good pounds of fruits and vegetables, and the convenience being around a black neighborhood and be on some shit like, yo, I got some healthy. It's 25 cents an apple. Add up, you'd be like, oh shit, I came up 500 plus.
Yes, it's
So
definitely
don't like
ways.
don't give me that. Or if I tell sisters, be like this, yo, your hair is always laced. Why don't you go into business for your own instead of going into these Chinese fucking spots and these Korean spots and all that? No. Start telling sisters, be like, listen, I'll hook your shit up. How much ling ling charge you? 15? Yo, I do that shit for 10.
Yeah.
I do that shit for 10. Be like, oh shit, I can't go wrong. Shit, I got, I know plenty of black owned barbershops, but let's go into more of the unisex, the salon, and be like this. Well, goddamn, like my homegirl hooked it up for $10. Then when you start continuing to go in and be like this, well, you know what? Well, the prices are going up as you see, so it's going to be $15. The normal rate that you was paying with Ling Ling, but Ling Ling is still suffering the also prices of rising of the prices of the merchandise. So Ling Ling is going to charge you 25. Shit, you paying me 15, girl? All right, I'm gonna still let you do my shit. See, this is how you come. This is how you come up. This is how you start to invest and see how we love and appreciate and willing to value ourselves. It's like this. No, most definitely, brother. If you be like this, well, usually, brother, it's 10, but shit is getting kind of up there. Be like this. You know what, brother? No problem. I gotta throw an extra 5, extra 10 on it. You know what? I got you. I'm not looking for handouts, especially when it comes to my brothers and sisters trying to do it for themselves, and knowing damn well if Tasha is going to be successful doing nails and doing feet, I want her to hire my daughter if
Yes.
she needs a job.
And
Or
and
I want her
yes.
to hire my son if he needs a job.
And that's important too. Like that whole thing of respecting people's business and paying people what they charge as opposed to wanting a handout or a discount.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person that does this. I don't even want no discount just off of the strength of this is how you feeding yourself. You know what I'm saying? If I go anywhere else, I don't ask them for discounts. In some cases, when I deal with Europeans, I do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you
Exactly.
ask me, I need the shit for free from y'all. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm dealing with a brother or a sister, I'll pay top dollar. I might even give you a tip. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the service I receive. So like,
Exactly.
that is actually a code that more black folks need to operate in. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all we got. And then also once we start building into other people's business and start practicing group economics, we can start stretching that out. It ain't gonna just be the
Exactly.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. It ain't gonna just be the spot in Miami. It's gonna be the whole fucking world. You know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
my attitude though.
Exactly. No, no, that's real shit. That's how it's supposed to be. And like people, again, like I said, the things that makes us the greatest, the divine, is our sympathy, empathy, and harmony. Brother, you paying top dollar in my business. I'm gonna be like this. Be like this. Yo, hold on a second. Throw you a little extra in there. Be like this. Yo, you been a loyal customer. You always give me no problems. We ain't give nobody else like no. We ain't give ourselves no problems. No, like we ain't bicker back and forth with each other. No nothing. Yo, I throw a little extra there for you, and you gonna be like this. Oh shit, good looking out. Be like this. Nah, no problem. We look out for each other. This is what it's supposed to be like.
Exactly.
That's what I do for the little for the little kids that's in my neighborhood. That's around my neighborhood. They're around. They want something. They want little things. I'll be like this. Yo, here. I pass out a few dollars. I'll be like this. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all get what y'all need. Y'all get what y'all need. And the parents, they come back to me and they be like this. Oh, well, my son, my daughter said you gave them this, so I want to pay them back. I'd be like, no, 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 no. I did that out of love. I didn't want no payback. I was like this. We look after our own. This is what we do.
Yes,
This is how
indeed.
it's supposed to be.
Yes, indeed. We gotta look out for us before anybody get the chance to take advantage of us.
Exactly. And their face, you should see the parents' face. They look at me like, oh, like, for real? Yeah, I'm for real. This is what we're supposed to do for each other. Like, fuck all that dumb shit. This is what we're supposed to be doing for each other. This is what it is. This is the true power of black people. This is the true power of black people. Our sympathy, empathy, and harmony for each other. That's what we need to start learning.
Yes,
Because
indeed.
we can talk, we can talk all these facts on everything, but we have to have the understanding that us as black people, we need to have a period of healing throughout all the traumatic things that we went through. There is no there is no place in their history, their story, that we had a time of healing, reflecting, and building each other up.
Hmm. And that seems to be something that they don't want to happen because if you can tell, and you more than likely can, anytime that we come together and actually start recognizing the BS and start lifting each other up, they sabotage it. That's why I actually because I never really before I should say before I actually opened my third eye, I was a Christian, quote unquote. But
Mm-hmm.
once I kind of learned what it was about certain things that I was believing in, I actually turned away from religion. But just from following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and also
Mm-hmm.
Brother Khalid Muhammad, I learned a lot of things about who we are as people. And one of the number one things I learned from them is like they don't want us to know what we are. They don't want us to tell each other. So what they do is sabotage. And then the one thing that I always respected that the Nation of Islam did is they didn't allow white people into their events because in some cases it's not about keeping the white people out because they're white, but you got those confused black people out here that they may see a white
Mm-hmm.
person and feel like, you know what, we can't get too real because we don't know how the white people gonna take it. So you know what?
What?
I have
What?
no I have no problem with being away from them. I don't need to be around white people. I don't have to live around. I have to work around them. I could be completely away from them because to me, that's how some black folks are going to get that healing that they need. I,
Yeah, you can tolerate them. See, that's my thing. You can listen. You have every right to be like this. I don't like this person. Every right. You don't have to give a person an explanation.
not
Hell
at
no.
all.
Hell no. But you know what? You can like I can tolerate the shit out of you. I can. But I know what it is. I know what it is for myself and also for my people. We need this healing. We need to
Yes.
actually do. We actually need to do what we need to. Oh, I don't know how white people or other races would feel about it. Yo, damned. We are damned if we do. We are damned if we don't. That's
Yeah.
the scariest shit.
Yep.
And that is the thing that I want people to actually have the real understanding on. Even if you don't, you could be the most passive Negroid out there. You can be the most passive Negroid out there. Just because you are a black man or a black woman, they will victimize your ass.
Yes. Yes,
They
I
will.
saw that too. Like I saw a picture of this black guy. I don't know what state he was in, but he was standing in front of like people that he thought were trying to hurt the police or
Oh,
whatever.
and they put they had the boot in his neck.
Yeah, they threw his dumb ass on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Well,
like they gonna do what they
like
gonna do to you regardless. So what the hell you protecting them
so
for?
fuck their comfortability. They don't get shit. They don't give a damn about ours. They don't
Nah.
give a damn about they don't give a damn about our fucking survival. They don't give a damn about our lives. Come
Mm.
on now. We live in a government that doesn't give a shit about the betterment of black people. See, I like black people are so like, oh well, we have civil rights. Get the fuck civil rights. Fuck civil rights. Do you understand me? You understand civil rights is one of the most destructive things when it came to black people. The moment that it was in black and white, that we were in, like, it was integration, pun intended, black and white, when it was in black and white integration, that's when you see shit start to deteriorate.
Yeah.
More black families being separated, more black businesses losing out, the drugs, the violence, the killings, the prostitution started to grow even more, even more, even more, even more in the black communities.
You know what? And I honestly believe that the reason why a lot of that stuff rose up is because, the white supremacists got on code. You know what? Instead of us trying to keep them away since they want to be around us so bad, let's
hmm
use it to our
hmm
advantage. Let's make
Because
them,
they was losing out of money.
yep.
We were the ones that was cooking. We was the ones that was cooking. And when I say that, I mean when I say that term cooking, meaning that we was working.
Oh,
We
yeah.
was do we was doing it. Like, oh word, we segregated. You don't want me in your fucking establishment? Fine. Big Mama, yo, open the house up. People don't understand. We used to run fucking restaurants out of houses,
Oh, man.
dog. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like we used to run fucking dinings out of houses, out of shacks. You understand what I'm saying? We made shit work. Then we started to have our own shit. White people was like this. Damn, I miss that good ass cooking from the Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh shit. They. This is y'all house. These are y'all cars. This is your businesses. Oh hell no. We can't have that. We can't have that. We're gonna keep this bigotry. We're gonna keep this shit alive. But yet and still, we do need these motherfuckers because we lack everything that they have by nature. We lack it. So yeah, let me see what we can work out a deal because a lot of people don't have the understanding that when the Black Wall Streets were in effect, white people were going to the Black Wall Streets to fucking borrow money.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. White people were going to black people to be like this. Damn, I need a loan.
And the benevolence of the black people gave it to him too. That's the saddest thing
Exactly.
about it.
But because you know what? Again, I cannot. You know what? I can't blame my ancestors because again, we on we always have that mindset be like this. Damn, like I see you suffering. I can't see you like this. Like
Mm,
you understand what I'm saying? I
yes,
can't see you
indeed.
like this. You understand? And you know for a fact that we like I'm like that with brothers and sisters. I'm like this. Damn, I can't see you like this, yo. Here's $1. Like, yo, this is all that I have. Like, what can I do? But I do learn from my ancestors that I can't do that when it comes to white people. If you're suffering, you chose to suffer.
Yep.
Black people, we did not choose to suffer.
Not at all. That's and
We didn't
that's
choose.
that's
That's
so true. You
fact.
said that, man. Like it's sad to say, because I work in the downtown area of Chicago actually, and I see, some white and black people homeless. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like when I look at the black people, it's sad because like we all are victims. Even with my working job and my businesses, I'm still a victim of white supremacy. But when I see a white person, it's almost like, goddamn. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
you
Like
so
your white
like
privilege ain't help you? Like goddamn.
nah, it's like this. But like you fucked up that bad to the point that even white people is like, nah, we're not gonna help you anymore. So
Exactly.
you chose to suffer. When it comes to black people, by birth we suffer.
Yes, indeed.
Before we are born, we suffer. You have so many institutions and programs lined up for a black woman to lose her black child willingly. You got these Planned Parenthoods. It's all right. It's all right to abort the baby. It's all right. 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 You have all these institutions. Yeah, you can kill your uterus. Yeah, you can do all that.
Man, it's just nuts, man. It's just like, more people are waking up to it, but at the same time, not enough people understand what they need to do to basically counter it. Because two things, and I know David Banner talks about this a lot, and I've actually posted on my Instagram myself before. The only two things that these white supremacists respect is the dollar and the gun. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it.
So
Yeah, that,
unless you taking away money or lives, they don't care about the marches. They don't care about the screams. They don't care about the protests. That's the only thing they
not at
care
all.
about.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
That's
nah,
like that's my whole thing because like again, like I said, white people are afraid of black people by nature, but it's that love hate relationship because they lust for us. Anytime when you hear like an interracial couple, like they explaining how they meet and how they feel about each other, the black the black person, whether it's woman or man, they actually break down like personalities that they like about this person, and this is the reason why I chose this person. And it's like this, the effects and all that funny shit, right?
yeah,
But when it comes to a white person, man or woman, oh, I like him because he makes me smile. Personalities, and they go into so many details of yeah, he's chocolate and
yep,
he's this and he's that and
uh
like
huh.
he's so this looking and so that looking. Because the reason why they're fucking you is because they lust for you. And
Yeah,
also within them, it's all about genetic survival.
yes,
I
indeed.
love I love Dr. Wilson. Like, much love and respect and power to the goddess. I know she's roaming through the cosmos right now and giving
Yes.
us still vibrations. But no, that right there, that right there is all about genetic survival. Because within your instincts, like, damn, I know for a fact that if I make a baby with my own, the birth rate, the like the stats of this being a successful pregnancy is lower than average, or or the reason why I have these particular skin cancers and I can't like because I can't be out in the sun that long, or the reason why I'm prone to these bacterial diseases and all these particular viruses is because my genetic structure, my structure is weak, is recessive. Damn, what the fuck should I do about that? You're going to go with the dominance. You're going your nature is going to go with the dominance in order for you to survive. This is why I tell people very parasitic ways, man. A lot of parasitic ways. A lot of parasites, man.
Yeah.
Lots.
And it's like, they understand that to a T. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
Hmm.
when it comes to like the reason why they're together, I mean, and you see that a lot of times. I know I see that all the time.
Hmm.
I see these relationships and I'm looking like, what was it that did it? You got the confused brothers and sisters that feel like, oh, I got a prize, but that white person looking in their head like, shit, I got the damn prize. I know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, when we have
Hmm.
some kids gonna have some healthy ass genes. Not to mention, if it's a white man, I can raise them up to have my mindset. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wow. I mean, black love is revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I just say it
That's
and I
it.
keep it that way. Like, black love is so damn revolutionary, but a lot of people don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And spin this off. I don't want to hold you too much longer just to wrap
No,
things
no,
up.
you all good. You all good.
All right, cool. So, as far as you concerned, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I know the women that follow you probably wondering, you know what I'm saying? Does his brother got a goddess? Like, what's going on with the hard body god?
Well, well, for the sisters, it's like this. Listen, like you see me. I use my physical most definitely to have the sisters be like this. Like, damn, like what's up? But I use it in a way for you to be educated more and also appreciate yourself even more. Like as of now, it's under wraps. It's under wraps. It's like this. I am actually, I'm actually into a pursuance right now.
Okay, okay,
I'm actually into a pursuance right now. But I will tell the sisters that I love, appreciate, and value them to the fucking utmost.
okay.
That is a fact. Now I just put a post up. They took it down.
Wow.
They flagged me. They flagged me. They flagged me. They took it down. When I say you keep on disrespecting our black women, I'm gonna have to knock some of these niggas the fuck out.
Right,
Like seriously, because it's expected with other races to say some disrespectful shit. It's like it's expected. All right, because you hate you're not like us. All right, understand that. Understand that. But for our own to do so, it's like what? That's violation. Because you know why? Brothers are so quick to say, was she's not acting like a goddess, or was she not acting like a queen? She acting wretched and things like that. You show respect regardless if the person have respect for themselves or not, because you know why? When you start disrespecting your actual own, you just goes to show that you have some type of no, you have some type of disrespect for yourself, and you have no value for yourself to be doing so.
right,
You can handle a situation by shutting something down with with your chest with your chest out and your head held up high, not stooping down to the levels of calling a black woman a bitch or a wretched person or a thought or all this crazy shit. How dare you? Because you know why? I'll be damned if I can say that shit about your mother and you wouldn't swing. And you
right.
would and you wouldn't swing. You will Queen clock my shit by
Right.
like this, yo, your mother's a bitch, or your mother do this, your mother do that, your mother's or or I talk about your grandmother, or your auntie, or your girl cousins, or even your sister. Because I'll be damned because a lot of people be talking that shit. Well, if they're acting that way, nah, I don't want to hear all that. If you actually saw a black man, tell your sister, even if she's acting out of character like this, yo, you acting like a real bitch. You all this and you all that. You gonna come up to that motherfucker and try to kill him.
Yeah.
So don't give me that shit because you know why? My mother is a black woman. I want my brothers to see if my to see if my mother is in any particular distress, and if she is in the distress, you protect her. Because you know why? I'll do the same for your black mother. I'll do the same for your black sister, your black auntie, your black grandmother.
Yes, indeed, man. It's like that's real right there. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about that I actually I that disheartens me, I should say, is that when you see people disrespecting your sister and your brother, not necessarily biologically, but in the diaspora.
Mhm.
It's almost
Mhm.
like we got to stick up for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
We
really do
have
have to
to.
stick up for each other because, like you said, you may know something about your sister or your cousin or something
Yeah,
like that,
exactly. Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you can let them know about that in private. When it comes to the family, though, we never disrespect family in public. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta understand, like this is our family. We in a war right now. Like just because
Exactly.
they're not dropping bombs every day or killing kids every day, well, actually they are. But sad to say, people need that clear cut. Oh, we're at war from the media. No, this is war. This is what has been going on for goddamn 100 years. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
once people realize that and wake all the way up, we can start fighting the fuck back.
Exactly. Exactly. Because again, it's like this. We need to start sticking up for ourselves. We need to start sticking up for ourselves. So yes, I'll be damned. I'll be damned if you're gonna disrespect a black woman right in front of my face. I'm just like this. Yo, yo, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit in public. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do in private, but in public, yeah, you're not gonna do that in front of me. You're not. Or we're gonna have problems. Because again, brother, if my mother is in Chi Town and she's being disrespected, I want you within your essence to be like this. Yo, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't you disrespect that black woman like that.
Yes,
I want you
indeed.
to stick up. I want you to stick up for my mama. I want you to be like this. No, 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 no. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that shit.
Yes, indeed. We gotta hold each other down in this diaspora,
Word.
man. We all family. We all one blood. That's how I feel, man.
Or like fuck all that dumb shit because again, vice versa. If your mother is up here in New York, if your mama up here in New York, or any black woman that's near and dear to your heart is up here in New York and she's being disrespected, I know you want to be like this. Brother Hardbody was there. Shit, he didn't say nothing, he didn't do nothing, but he's on Instagram talking about how the black woman is God. You feel what I'm saying? The hypocrisy of it.
Yes, indeed. We definitely have to stick together. No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? No, all
No.
them little menial little battles that they have going on, like the light skin, dark skin, the black man is the reason why it's black power and want to be black feminist. All that nonsense right there. It's time to put that aside and
Yeah,
fight this
stop
real
all that.
enemy.
Listen, stop all that bullshit because you know why? I said this before. You probably seen it before. I don't give a fuck if you call yourself a Christian, Muslim, a Moor, Nuwapian, a Buddha, Buddhism, whatever you call yourself, know that you as a black man, you you came before any of these particular religions that were created. But you are entitled to believe what you want to believe. But just know that we are all that we have because to the others, no matter what you call yourself, they will still consider you a nigger.
Yep.
They will still consider you a fucking this dispensable person. Like you're expendable to them.
Wow.
Stop with all this. Oh well, more. The Moors. I ain't no black man. I'm a Moor, and all this. Like, come on with that fuck shit, boy. Like, come on, man. I don't want to hear all that nonsense. Y'all talk all that Moor shit, but yet and still, y'all go right to Kemet. Y'all go right to Kemet for for knowledge and talk about how the background of the Moors were in Kemet. Well, guess what, you stupid motherfucker? Kemet was in Africa. Come on, don't give me that. Stop with that nonsense, man. I can't stand that with a passion. And you act as if filing in some fucking paperwork is gonna save your punk ass. No,
Oh man.
I seen plenty. I seen plenty of Moors get their shit rocked in from cops.
Man.
Like, come on, like I don't want to hear that shit. And that's no disrespect to the Moors that know what it is. I'm good. I'm good friends with some Moors because these particular Moors that I'm cool with, they already know what's up. They like this. Regardless of what the information that we have, this Moor shit ain't gonna save us. It's like that's it. Because on a political and nationality stance, I get it. I understand why you consider yourself a Moor. I get it. I did the research. I get it. And
Right.
it's a powerful factor because we do need to hold ourselves as a nationality. Now, when I say we consider ourselves a Moor, no. But we need to consider ourselves as a nationality and also a political stance. Us as black people of the conscious community, we have no political stance. We
None.
don't.
None at
We don't.
all.
So we need to start creating those things. I understand that, but when it comes to the fuck shit, you talking about, yeah, I'm not African. I'll just smack fucking fire out you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, come on now, stop with that. Stop with that dumb shit because you know why? That continues the separation.
Yep.
We can't make money that way.
Not at
Come
all.
on, dude. We can't make money that way because if you feel so strongly about it, my nigga, then I'm taking my money elsewhere. Now you just lost out of $1,000 because of your fucking stupid ass European mindset.
Yeah, and the thing about that kills me, that whole I'm not this, I'm that. Where did everything originate? You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't understand that, because you got some people that they call themselves woke, conscious, all that type of
Mhm.
stuff, but
Mhm.
they do the most separation, if you ask me, because I have knowledge of self, which is a
No
wonderful
doubt.
thing, but at the
No
same
doubt.
time, it shouldn't be a competition of the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like if you got the knowledge and they doing nothing with it, you're pretty much useless. Anybody could sit around
Exactly.
and had a little grunt sessions and debate sessions, but if those grunt sessions and debate sessions ain't turned into
Doesn't
business
go
getting
into
built,
a solution.
pointless.
Exact.
Completely
Exactly.
pointless. You
Because
know.
of course we can have we can have our indifferences, no doubt. Who don't have their own indifferences? Shit, my flesh and blood that I would shoot and kill for, I have an indifference. Something like this. Damn, why you wear fucking yellow? I was like, God damn, you don't look good in yellow. Well, I do look good in yellow. Well, fuck you. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We have our differences, but I'm gonna check you later on because we need to get this money. Actually, we need to start investing in our generation. It's a damn shame that the black babies are being born. They're not being handed to something that they can actually use. They're not being born into a wealthy environment. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, if if I if I pass away, if I pass away, if I pass away, knowing that knowing that I have manifestations on this earth, I want to leave them something for them to actually be like this. Damn, this can actually help me out as far as living, and also to invest in myself. You dig what I'm saying?
Most
Because
definitely.
it's not only for us, it's for our babies, man.
Yep.
It's for our babies.
Yes, that's very true, and that's part of the reason why I started business. Is now, even though I don't have like to the level that I want to be at directly, but I still
Mhm.
started them because it's all about the mindset. You know, because like too often, a lot of black people pass on the mindset of hard work and a diploma to their kids, and it's almost like,
Exactly.
don't get me wrong, get your diploma, get your degree, earn what you want to earn, but at the same time, own something. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Exactly.
piece of paper does not guarantee you no job. It don't guarantee you no income.
Exactly.
And I know so many
Exactly.
people with master's degrees that's
That
working
are
in menial jobs.
that are listen, that's you got brothers and sisters with fucking master's degrees, doctorate, and only making $35,000 a year.
Wow.
Damn. You paid over 100 grand for your fucking education, but your job is only giving you 35 grand a year. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are you willing to do with that 35 grand that you get from your job and invest in yourself so you can actually get the boot up. Now I'm getting 35 grand from my day job, but on my side job throughout the year I can make a good 20 grand.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
indeed.
that 35 went to 55 because you started investing in yourself.
It's all about the mindset though, because that doesn't come overnight. Because, like I said, people conditioned, people indoctrinated, and
Mhm.
they so used to
Mhm.
this quote unquote American nightmare that they feel like
Mhm.
they have to do this because that's how they're gonna get success. You know, you supposed
Mhm.
to be in debt. You supposed to have student loans. You supposed to have hospital bills. You're supposed to do this. Like what?
No, what kind of fucking madness is that? Like, oh, you're supposed to have this. This is really how am I supposed to live? You understand what I'm saying? Out here in New York, out here in New York, for you to actually live comfortably, for you to actually live comfortably, you need to make at least 50 grand a year. At least 50 grand a year.
Wow.
That's scary, son.
Yeah, it is.
That's scary. Our apartment up here in New York, guess how much? 2,000 or better. An
Ugh.
apartment. And I'm not even talking about, a nice ass apartment. No, a rinky dink apartment where the fucking community is riddled with violence and drugs.
Wow.
And that's up here in New York. So that's my thing. It's like this, yo, what are you willing to do to invest in yourself so you don't have to be on some shit like, oh man, like like I'm in so much debt. No, 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 no. No, you investing in yourself is actually getting you out of debt instead of in. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. That's the best mindset to have. You know, that hopefully people listening to this can have that and adopt that mindset into their lives, you know what I'm saying? But before we go, basically hard body guy, where can
Hmm.
people basically check out your business endeavors if they want to get some training done by you, if they want to purchase some of your clothing, where can they go?
Okay, to the brothers and sisters that are listening, I appreciate you hanging out with this great, phenomenal host, man. I really do appreciate you, brother. You can actually go on my Instagram. How to spell out my name is THAHARDBODYGOD, and you'll see the link. It will go to the link of my actual clothing. It's called U Melanin Clothing. You can actually look it up for yourself, and that's U Melanin. And I'm gonna spell it for y'all. U Melanin is EUMELANIN clothing. And when you look it up, you'll find the website that is there, and you can actually go into purchasing the things of that nature, and also, shoot a text, shoot a DM. I'll promise you, I'll get to you at my earliest convenience if you want to know more about health, if you want to know about more about exercising, because this is what I do, and like I give you my information and also my email so we can actually email and interface with each other. So brothers and sisters, you can really do so. Please show the love and support to the host and also to me, of course.
All right.